What's going on, you all? Welcome back to Renegade Gaming Stories. Today we're going to be talking about the 10-year YouTube channel that I had before this one. This is in honor of us coming up on a year with this Renegade Gaming channel that will be happening on April 13th next month. So we're definitely really excited about that to see how much we've changed in a year and everything like that. But before this YouTube channel, I had a YouTube channel prior to this one that unfortunately got terminated. Otherwise, I would still be running it because of violating terms of service, which I'll explain a little bit later in the audio. But here's how it worked. Here's how the origin story is. Hope you all enjoy these Renegade stories. It's been a while since we released one, but we're back at it again. So let's jump into it. So this YouTube channel that I had previously started in 2011. So basically within the time frame between I was in elementary school / middle school when my mom created a YouTube channel in December, I believe, of 2011, hoping that one day we would be able, me and my brother and I, would be able to have a YouTube channel where we did content that we wanted to do, that was successful, that was pretty healthy in the sense of the community, very family friendly oriented and things of that sort. What ended up happening at the beginning was my mom was running the YouTube channel. So from 2011 to 2012 to maybe even 2013, she was pretty much posting things that my dad would send her and she would put them up on YouTube. So whether it was photo collages or videos of us playing sports, anything like that, we basically had that up on the YouTube channel at the beginning. I didn't really get involved in my YouTube channel until I want to say like late 2013, early 2014, when I started realizing something on YouTube where that no one else was doing. And granted, obviously hindsight is 2020. No one else was doing it because it wasn't supposed to be done, okay? But from like 2014 to 2021, guys, I was running the YouTube channel full time basically. I grabbed the keys of the YouTube channel from my mom and she said, all the best. I hope that you get what you need out of this YouTube channel. Let's see what happens. So I was going all over the place, kind of like how Renegade Gaming is right now, but obviously not structured to one genre, right? It was more so going everywhere in the sense of content, right? We did skits on there. We did book readings, audio recordings of me reading books to people and things of that sort. We also did vlogs. We just did a whole bunch of stuff. We also even did like sporting events. So when I would play soccer and things like that from I want to say sophomore year up until senior year, we would have every match, like every game that my dad would record up in the stands, right? Where all of the highlights and stuff like that. And it was pretty crazy. It was a pretty fun time. I had a great experience. I had a great time with working on the edits late at night after the soccer games and putting them up on YouTube the next day. It was just absolutely fun and enjoyable, in my opinion. I was having a lot of fun with the YouTube channel, right? So here comes around 2014 where I started realizing that no one was doing the thing I wanted to do. And at this time I was really heavy into reading. Like from elementary school, middle school, and early high school, I was always reading books, just reading all kinds of books from the libraries that were in the school, but also the libraries outside of the school where I would find books to read basically. And it started with a book called Middle School: The Worst Years of My Life by James Patterson. This started in 2014, so this started like my sophomore year of high school, basically, where I started understanding and seeing, okay, no one else is doing this, but we can try something that no one else is doing. And because I enjoy reading already, hopefully these readings help people so that they don't have to read the book. It's like how it is on Audible, right? Those of you who have heard of Audible, it's basically it's a site or an app that you have access to when you don't want to read books. You just want to listen to someone reading the book to you. So that's how Audible was. But see, with YouTube, it's free. With Audible, it does have a fee that you got to pay, I believe, each month or so for the service that they provide. So I was like, okay, no one else is doing this. So I uploaded a bunch of videos related to reading, right? Now, I don't recommend this at all. obviously, because at the end of the day, you can get copyrighted and things like that from the publisher and the authors. But I'll talk about that a little bit later as well. So I was uploading consistently, like all of 2014, just spamming, like literally spamming chapters of books I was reading, Now, with these sort of series, you don't really know that it's made an impact until you start seeing the numbers. So the reading series didn't really blow up until like a year or two later. You see what I'm saying? Once it started to blow up, that's when I realized I'm on to something. I'm on to something. I was getting comments left, right, and center from kids from all over the world, basically, who were complimenting me, not only for the reading skills, but also for helping them in what they were doing, a book project, a book reading, like anything they were doing in school. And I was just so happy and excited to be able to make a lasting impact on people, right? So each and every year, it kept on going up, 20,000 views, 40,000 views, 50,000 views, 80,000 views. And at the end, it was up to like 95,000 views on my first ever Dominic Reads, right? That's what the series was called. It was called Dominic Reads. And I would have the book chapter, I would have the book title, and that's about it. And we would read it. So that lasted for literally 7 straight years where I had no issues with anybody. No publishing companies were coming after me or anything like that. But then 2020 rolled around. When 2020 rolled around, the pandemic, as we know, the beginning of the pandemic, what ended up happening was real unique, because what I started realizing was my audio recordings, my videos were getting tagged, and they were also getting flagged by YouTube. So I would check in the dispute box and see that I was being valued as someone who copyrighted material. And when I started realizing that, I'm like, wait a second though. This series has lasted 6 years at that time. It had lasted 6 years straight with no issues. But the pandemic, what ended up happening, and I learned that later, what ended up happening was, because the pandemic happened, a lot of authors and publishing companies were struggling with their finances, and they realized at some point that I was making money off of my book readings. At the end of the day, it was my content, but it was also reading out of someone else's book. So yes, it was my voice on the readings, but it obviously is someone else's work. You know what I mean? And what was happening was hundreds of thousands of people would come to my readings, which they wouldn't even have to buy the book, because I had the audio recording for you for absolutely free with no charge. You see what I'm saying? So what ended up happening was they all came at me at once, basically, where all the publishing companies started to come after me. Thankfully, no James Patterson or anything like that, but smaller publishing companies started coming after me from series I had done like 5 years before. And I started realizing, oh, this may be the end, because see, here's the thing, right? A lot of people probably question this and say, well, you could have deleted all the videos and not had any copyright. True, I could have done that, but what would have been the point of all that hard work over 6 years, 7 years of content? You see what I'm saying? Hundreds of videos, 500 something videos, 600 something videos would all have to be individually deleted. And I was like, no, that is the makeup of my channel. At the end of the day, we're going down with this ship. Like, I'm not going to quit on my YouTube channel and be like, okay, guys, I got to delete all these videos. I'm sorry, blah, 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 blah. No, Those series were helping people, and I left them up there until the final day when the channel got deleted. Because I was like, hey, at the end of the day, this is what I'm known for. I'm known for Dominic Reads. I'm known for book readings. I'm known as the person who's helping kids of all ages, basically, with reading comprehension, with understanding, with providing even my 2 cents and factual information about the book or the authors. And I just wanted to continue to run the channel, but then I said, you know what, hands off. Like, it got to the point where, so with YouTube is information age and stuff like that, what they've been doing is this: it's 3 strikes and you're out. 1 strike hit, okay, I resolved that. A 2nd strike hit on another entirely different series, I resolved that. But then the 3rd strike hit within like a week span. then I realized, hey, I can't shut down everything. I can't. I absolutely cannot. So what ended up happening was the entire channel got taken down back in April of last year. All of the content I uploaded, like 900 something videos, guys, like 900 YouTube videos over the course of a decade, basically, gone. Videos of me playing sports, gone. Content with me reading, gone. Like, there's no semblance of that YouTube channel on YouTube, period. What I wish is that hindsight's 2020, obviously, but what I wish I would have done was taken the videos where I was playing sports and saved them, right? That's what I wish I would have done, because that is something I could have shown my kids at the time. You know what I mean? When that time came around. So that's like the only regret that I have. But do I regret reading books to people? I don't regret that at all. So moral of the story, guys, is this. Find original content that you can create that no one can take away from you. So whether that is gaming videos, whether that's vlogs, whether that's life stories, whether that's doing your own thing, find what you need to do. If you want to be a content creator, find what you need to do, but make sure that no one can take it away from you. So that's why with Renegade Gaming, here we are with that. What I feel like is with that YouTube channel that I had last year, if I wasn't profiting off of the readings, then I'm sure that channel would still exist today. But because I was making money, that's why they started realizing, wait a second, this kid right here is making money off of our work, basically. Which, again, I agree with them. I wasn't, and it lasted a good 6-7 years. But at the end of the day, all good things must come to an end eventually. And that was a good run, in my opinion. That's probably one of the better runs of a YouTube series I have ever seen. Like, period. It's very hard to make a series last for 7 years on YouTube, especially, of all platforms. So yeah, that's pretty much my story of running a YouTube channel for a decade, basically. I appreciate you all for listening. If you did enjoy this story time, hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. But guys, as we know, we're on to bigger and better things right now here with Renegade Gaming. That was what I learned from that experience. I'm glad I learned that experience, because now I know what not to do in the future with YouTube. And we will make sure that we aren't riding the line, but staying clear of crossing any lines or anything like that. So thank you all for your support on these series. I will continue to upload storytime videos, letting you guys know. Let me know your thoughts on that, guys, at the end of the day. And, of course, we got some more stories coming for you all soon. So thank you so much for listening, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace.